Welcome back to Talkin Shop. I'm Brandon. We're on to episode 20. We're back with
Hey, Brandon.
Jesse.
I'm here.
Jesse made it.
Yeah. Hey, why are we so late this week doing this show?
Well, you see,
I'm going to let you explain this.
There was a thing here. I moved.
You did?
I did.
Yeah. How'd that go?
Well, I'm here now. We were supposed to move on Friday. And I'm finally in my house on Wednesday. Yeah, we're shooting this thing a day late. We were at our house.
Yeah.
And the truck showed up.
Yeah.
They loaded all my stuff.
This is my favorite story.
They loaded all my stuff up in the truck, right?
Yep.
And then they're like, "We'll see you tomorrow." Wait, no.
And how far is the town from where you're moving?
It's like a 15-minute drive. I could have loaded it in my pickup truck and got there fast.
Yeah.
And they're like, no, it's tomorrow. I'm like, but no. And then they're like, yeah, no, this is how it's going to go. We have all your stuff. And then they drove. And the problem is when you expect your stuff to go the 15 minutes down the road, you don't pack anything.
No?
Nope.
Nothing.
Not a bed, a pillow, a toothbrush.
Where did you sleep?
On the floor.
Oh, my God.
Yep.
Did your TV work?
Yeah, so I got this genius idea that, hey, I'm going to move my own TV because I don't trust the movers.
Because they might break them.
They might break them. Guess who broke it?
You did.
Son of a. Yep, 3 of the 4 TVs made it, but the 4th TV.
It looked like the most important one, too.
It was the most important one.
Well, there it goes.
So you're in the market for a TV.
I was in the market for a TV, yep. I was. We got a new one last night. Because you know how annoying it is to listen to a 5 and 6-year-old tell you, I can't play Fortnite.
Yeah.
Like, oh, Jesus, I'm getting a TV. I'm sorry.
I don't care how much
Find
it
me the
costs.
cheapest TV I can, and I will put it on the wall. I don't care. Just don't
Until
talk about
then, I'm
Fortnite.
putting on earmuffs.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
So it's been a nightmare. Like I said, I broke a TV. I lost my stuff for a few days. But you know what?
It wasn't bad for me. I didn't have any trouble.
You had no
moving for
trouble, did you? Yeah, it was great. Made it.
Made it.
Nailed it.
All moved in now, though. Everything's ready. Everything's settled.
Yeah, we'll use that lightly. We'll use moved in lightly. The boxes are at my house. Let's put it that way. Let's just say I've been working some long hours at work. Hoping the boxes go away before I have to deal with them.
You know Amy listens to this, right?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
So hopefully she got the point.
Hopefully it's done before this airs.
We're going to need that to happen. Oh, what a nightmare. So, yeah, that's why we're late.
All right.
Because I was missing. I was MIA because apparently you can't come to work in gym shorts and a white T-shirt. So
I got a good kick out of it. I'm glad.
That's what I had for 2 days.
I'm glad it went so smooth for you.
Gym shorts and a white T-shirt. That's all we had.
Because the rest of your stuff was in the trailer.
It was MIA.
I wonder what they did with the trailer.
don't know.
They had it for a whole day.
Drove
and
it around, showed it off. I don't
Drove
know.
your stuff around.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
You guys want to see Brandon Mabardo stuff? Look at this.
Maybe they brought my stuff to a ball game. I don't know. Oh, yeah, I don't know. Anyways, so we made it. But, yeah, so that's why we're late. Yeah, but now, we followed up last week's episode. What was it? 4 signs that you're ready for a CNC.
Yeah, that was a good topic.
Yeah, a lot of people liked it. We talked to a lot of people this last week that enjoyed that episode. And we thought we better kind of piggyback off that and maybe go with, talking a little bit about competitors and don't be your own competitor.
Yeah.
The competition is yourself sometimes.
Yeah.
You need to not be that.
Got to get out of your own way.
That's right.
Get out of your own way.
Yep.
Stay in your lane, but get out of your way.
in your lane.
Yeah. But Garrett's hair is just ridiculous.
Yeah, it is. That thing looks like a fire sitting on top of
I'm
his
sorry, I
head.
got distracted. I looked past you and his hair. He looks like he stuck his finger in a socket.
Look at that.
And it just,
Looks
there
like
it is.
Looks like a redheaded raccoon.
You look like a fat pear.
Red-headed raccoon. I was looking like a porcupine.
Yeah, that
like
too.
He's
I can
on
see
the
that.
like he's on the offense right now. Like
Boy needs a haircut.
boy needs a. Hey, I got a shaver.
I got a field knife.
Hey, Garrett, can we give you a haircut? Live?
He's saying no.
Can we give you a live on Facebook haircut? No, that's a no.
We should start a vote, like a little page on
We
Facebook.
should.
Yeah.
If we can get a certain number of followers in a set amount of time, would you allow me to shave your head?
He's still saying no.
He still says the field goal is no good.
Dang, not enough love from ShopSabre from Garrett. The
Hair is beautiful, is what he says.
I'd like to see you bald.
I would like to see you bald as well.
That giant head bald.
Oh, man. I just want to see just that hair.
That's a lot of head. He's so mad at us right now.
He's flipping you off behind your back.
His face is as
great.
red as his hair. Look at
This
it.
is great. Yeah, this is great.
Looks like you got sunburnt.
He got sunburned on his hair. I didn't know you could burn your hair. Oh, man. Garrett, we love you.
Yeah, we do.
We do love you, Garrett. Just
And
for
your
anybody
red
who's
hair.
listening, Garrett makes fun of himself more than we make fun of him.
Oh, yeah.
Off the air. It's just too bad he doesn't have a mic ever.
Ever.
Oh, man. Hey, Garrett, you're going to a concert tonight, aren't you? Oh, Garrett went to a concert last night.
Oh, that explains it. Look at
That's why he's so tired today.
him. Yeah.
Yeah, the state fair started today.
Yay.
Yay.
Are you going?
Yeah, I'm going. Dude, it's like a festival of eating.
Yeah.
We talk about food 24/7 on this show.
Right.
You don't think I'm going to go, hey, we have the biggest get-together of food ever, but I'm not going to go. I'm going to sit this one out.
Cheesecake on a stick.
Cheesecake on a stick.
Yeah.
Oreos on a stick?
Deep fried cookie on a stick.
Oh, my God, I can't wait.
Right over to the milk booth. That's where we go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The one that
Are we going to go together this year?
we are going to go together.
All right. All right.
I'll get the cookies. You get the milk.
See if you can hang with me.
I'll hang with you, bro.
Yeah.
Don't you worry.
Yeah, we'll see that.
I'm good. I got this. Anyways, so let's talk about competition.
Yeah, absolutely. Like
Um,
how I compete against you for awesomeness?
And you fail every time.
That's
It's
a
great.
lie. I still have the trophy.
Fail.
All right. What is competition, Brandon?
Well, it's the opposition. It's the opponent, or the person or people or group, whatever you want to call it, company, however, whom you compete against.
Your adversary.
Your adversary.
Yeah.
That's a big word.
Your adversary. Yeah, I went to school.
Wow.
I paid a little bit of
I
attention.
didn't think you did any of that. It's the most common name in the book. Read it. Anyways, so we'll talk about the differences in competition a little
Yeah,
bit.
absolutely.
You want me to do what? He's yelling at me. My mic's not good enough anymore. Apparently, he's angry at my mic. I must have bumped it. Whoa, too much. A little bit too much. There we go. Are we better? You good now? He was doing this to me, and I thought he was telling me to turn the bass off.
I thought you were telling you to drop the car down, low ride that
Oh, is that what
thing.
he's
Yeah.
doing? Oh, gotcha. Anyways, so the competition. Whether you are in sports,
Yeah.
whether you're in business,
Mm-hmm.
family, friends, there's always competition somewhere, right?
I love that family competition.
My thing is like sports, right?
Yeah.
You got your sports teams, they compete against each other, right?
Yeah.
So that's the competition.
Yep.
But there's still friendly, environment there. There sometimes it's just straight competition, but sometimes you got somebody on that other team that you're friends with, right?
Right.
But you're still competition at that moment.
Yep.
In business, the same thing. You have people in your city that you might be friends with, and other guys that are in your industry that you get along with, but you're competition still.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then you have your family, and the reality is like brotherly love, right? Me and my brother, we're always in competition. We want to one up each other,
yeah,
right?
Yeah.
And then you have friends. I
Yep.
mean, you and I, Jesse.
All the time.
We compete against each other all the time.
All the time.
Doesn't matter what it is. Who's going to get up the
Stupid
stair
bets,
faster?
yeah, everything.
Who can fall down the stair the fastest?
Well, I don't fall if you don't push me. That was cheap.
You win. Yeah, but when you think about it, there's all kinds of competition out there. But the one that people don't think about is yourself.
Yeah.
Sometimes you're your own competition.
Yeah, you are.
And you're competing against yourself because you're literally making your life harder. And
Yep.
that's competition. And people don't realize that. Like, that's one of the things. Like, your job when you're competing against somebody is to make it harder on everybody else. Well, making it harder on yourself or making yourself the opponent is not always a good thing.
That's probably the worst competition.
Yeah, it's the worst because you really don't ever beat yourself, right?
Right.
Like, you can get in your way and you can get, kind of derailed.
Yep.
But you're never going to win by
Right.
competing against yourself. Like,
No, you're
you're
not.
literally just going to slow yourself down. So,
Yep.
when you look at that, you see a lot of people that talk about like, oh, I gotta beat myself. I gotta. Last year I did $20,000, right? And this year I gotta do better than that. Like, you get so hung up on focused on beating yourself there.
Yep.
That you literally lose.
You forget the things that matter.
Yeah, and so
Yep.
like you're so hung up on certain things that you lose track of other things, and like that's a problem there,
Yeah, it is.
And that's one thing I want to talk about is don't become your own competitor. Like when you start doing things with a machine or a piece of equipment, you make your life easier. You improve your business.
Oh, 100%.
And that is not becoming a competitor of yourself, but actually becoming more efficient and allowing yourself to grow.
Right, you're becoming a champion.
Yeah, exactly. And when you look at the different kinds of competition that's out there, slowing yourself down is one of those things. People purposely slow themselves down because they're afraid of that growth.
Yep.
Well, you become a competitor of yourself then.
Yeah, you did.
You're helping your competition out because you're slowing yourself down.
You need to come up with a game plan.
Yep. Or you get stuck in your old ways.
Yeah.
You get guys out there that just, I've done it this way for 20 years.
Yeah.
Why would I change it?
We've talked about that, right? The guy my grandpa set up a cabinet shop 55 years ago. He's been doing it the same way since.
Yeah.
Okay? Well, I'm telling you, if grandpa had this machine available 55 years ago, he would have bought it. Get out of your own way.
Correct. And that's exactly it. Like, they did it that way because they didn't exist.
Yep.
Change.
Change.
It's one of those things like, we didn't have cell phones forever either.
Right.
Pretty much everybody has a cell phone now.
You got to adapt.
You got to accept it. And that's one of those things like, don't get stuck in your old ways because, again, you're helping your competition out.
You'll get
Your
left
competition
behind.
knows, hey, I got a CNC machine. Jesse doesn't.
Yep.
I'm going to undercut Jesse's prices on everything.
He's going to leave you in the dust.
Yeah, I can beat him because he didn't advance.
And it won't be hard for you to beat me.
No, exactly. And then, when you start looking at being scared to grow, that's another thing. Some guys just don't add the equipment because they're afraid of it.
It's because they don't have a plan.
Yeah, like I don't want to grow. I don't want to do something. And that, again, helps your competition.
Yep.
Because you're not willing to take on that extra work, and they are.
Yep.
So who's going to grow? Well, then they're going to grow. Well,
Yep.
then whose name is going to become the namesake in your area?
Your competition.
Exactly. So you've become your own competitor simply, by not wanting to do things.
You removed yourself from the market.
Correct. And you start doing it, like everybody else does it. That's the other thing. Like you always, it's so easy to keep your eyes like on your comp. There's a picture, and I wish I could show everybody right now. And this is one of the downfalls of being on the podcast.
Yeah, we could always throw it up on Facebook.
But yeah, we could. There's a photo that shows Michael Phelps.
Yeah.
He was racing. He was going for I think it was his last gold medal.
His
if I'm not
108th
mistaken.
or 110th,
yeah, it was like
whatever it is.
275th
Yeah.
gold medal. Whatever it was. But the guy was a beast. But when he's going for his last gold medal, there was his opposition that he was up against. And there was that one swimmer, and I don't remember his name, unfortunately.
I know what you're talking about,
because nobody
though.
remembers second place. My
Never.
point exactly.
Yep.
But that gentleman that he's racing against was so focused on Phelps, he forgot about himself. And there's a photo they have out there where Phelps is just looking straight ahead,
And the guy
swimming,
is-
and that guy's head is tilted to the left, and he's staring at Phelps while they're racing. Phelps ended up winning that race.
Yep.
Well, of course Phelps won that race because he stayed in his own lane. He did his thing. He didn't
stayed
care what anybody
focused.
else was doing.
Yep.
He did it his own way,
Yeah.
where the competition was focused on him.
Yep.
And that's one of these things that I think people lose track of when you start looking at it is talking about being like everyone else. How is the competitors doing it? What are they doing? Everybody keeps their eyes focused on the competitors so much
Yep.
that they lose track of themselves,
Yeah,
and then they're just a cookie cutter, just like everybody else. So whether you're in signs making, sign maker, whether signs maker,
That's all right. I got what
Sign
you were
making.
saying. It flowed all right.
the
That's a ding.
it's a ding for
Yeah,
sure.
Garrett just called that out.
He called me out on it. I heard him.
Dang. I was going to let it go.
I know you were. It's all right. I lost track of where I was.
Yeah, me too. Way to go, Garrett.
Yeah, jeez.
You were talking about sign making.
Yeah, so I'm sorry. Yeah, if you're a sign maker, if you're in a fabrication shop, whatever you're doing, it's so easy to go, how is everybody else doing it?
Right. Instead of just focusing on the way you do it,
Do it
and
your
being
way.
you.
Put your twist on it, right?
Yeah.
And that's what people like. They
Watch
like
your
that
own
about-
bobber.
Yep. Eyes on your own paper, bro.
Yep.
Yeah, exactly. I always love saying that to my kids.
Eyes on your own paper.
Eyes on your own paper.
I tell them watch their own bobber.
Watch your
But
own
Dad,
bobber.
we're not fishing. Oh, gosh, you guys.
No. Yeah, but many companies try to be cookie cutters.
Yeah.
They want to be just like the next guy down the street.
Yep.
And it's easy to do that because it's common, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
And the reality is you're doing it because it's easy.
Yep.
It's easy to copy.
Yeah, absolutely.
It doesn't make you better.
No, it doesn't.
And then,
Where's
many
your
companies,
advantage? Where's your advantage in
Correct.
copying?
Yeah, and then many companies try to be like their competition, thus kind of creating their own competition internally.
Yep.
Because, like you just said, you don't have that advantage.
Right.
So you just made your job harder because, like, Jesse, why should I choose you over the competition? Well, we do it the same way, but I work here.
Yeah.
Like, that's all. Like, you don't have that advantage.
Right.
Where, like, ShopSabre is a perfect example. We do nothing like anybody else.
Absolutely.
Like, literally, we do everything our own way. We engineer our own stuff. We come up with our own plans. And we've been called idiots for 21 years. People have told us that we're doing it wrong, And, we'll continue to, quote unquote, do it wrong then,
Hey,
because it seems to
absolutely.
work for our customers. Our customers seem to love the product. And you know what? It's helped us grow over the years. And we're going to continue down our path. We're going to do our own thing. We don't care what our competition's doing. Because the reality is competition is simply that. It's just that, it's an opposition. They can do it their way. We'll do it our way.
Best of luck to you.
Yep, do it your way. I don't
Yep.
care. and it's okay to be different. I think that's one thing that people lose track of there. It's okay to be different than everybody else. Don't become a competitor of yourself by trying to be like everybody else.
Right. Don't conform to what everyone else is doing.
Yeah. And then you talk about, being better than yesterday, right? It kind of goes back to
That's the goal.
we talked about, well, I did $20,000 last year. I got to beat that this year, right?
Yep.
That's not what I'm talking about. I mean, yeah, that's still being better than yesterday, right? But you got to be better than yesterday. Like if you want to grow that extra $20,000 or whatever you're trying to do, how have you grown today? What have you done?
What have you done?
That's what did you do different today to make you better than you were yesterday?
Right. Whether it's adding equipment, process changes,
Correct.
hiring somebody, whatever.
How have you outworked yourself? That's what gets missed. Don't stop hustling. You have to hustle all the time.
Can't get comfortable.
Exactly.
Complacent.
It worked yesterday, so it's going to work today. Like, no.
No, new
You
day.
got to work. You got to work. I mean, that's the mentality. Like, you got to stay on top of it. And sometimes that means you have to add new equipment.
Yep.
I know you grew. You had a great year. And, we hear it so many times. I see so many emails. Brandon, I don't have time to talk right now. We're so busy. So why would you not be talking to me right now?
Right.
Like, it's because you don't want to prioritize it. That's why.
Exactly.
Like I'm smart enough to sit on the other side of that email when I read it, and I read you saying to me, oh, I don't have the time right now. We'll wait till it slows down. You know what you just told me? You don't care.
That's what it sounds like.
You don't
Yep.
care, because reality is, if you're so busy, why there's no better time than talking now.
Yep.
Now is the time to do it,
Absolutely.
because
Totally
at least
agree.
then you're prepared for when it does slow down.
Right. This is getting your
that's-
plan in place.
I just think it's so funny. People are like, "Oh, I don't need to add the CNC right now. I can't take on more work." So you can't become more profitable? Like,
Right.
I didn't tell you to take on more work. I told you to make more money,
Right.
become more efficient.
But doesn't that mean I have to take on
What
more
if your
work?
guy? My favorites. Me and my guy are so slammed right now. What if your guy quits because he doesn't care anymore?
Yeah, exactly.
Because
Now
he
you're
works-
so slammed right now.
because here's the deal. Like, you're the one that owns the business, not him.
Right. He's
He's
got no
just-
skin in the game.
Yeah, he's just looking at it as it's a job.
Yep.
Somebody else offers him a job that he's not so slammed at, that pays him the same. Guess where he's going?
He's going to go take that job.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
now you're on your own.
You're slammed. Exactly.
You're
Now screwed.
slammed,
Now you're
yeah.
screwed. And then now you're going to call me up and you're going to tell me, how fast can you build a machine?
I need it in 4 weeks.
And I'm going to tell you, remember when I emailed you 3 months ago and told you we should get this going?
Yep.
We should have got it going 3 months ago.
Yeah.
Like, that's the point. Like, you get in your own ding.
Ding.
You get in your own way, and then you end up beating yourself.
Yep.
Because you give your competition that leg.
You do.
All it takes is that one disaster, right?
Yep.
That employee quits on you, and your competition owns you now.
Yep.
Because
Absolutely.
you can't keep up anymore.
Yep.
And I think people lose track of that. Like, the hustle is what makes you who you are.
Right. They get complacent.
So that means that, if you have 8 hours worth of work and you still need to think about buying new equipment and you have to do research, that means you have 10 hours worth of work.
Absolutely.
You're going to do your 8 hours worth of work, and then at the end of the day, you're going to go eat your dinner, and then you're going to sit down at your computer and you're going to go through the stuff.
Yeah.
You're going to figure out what you got to do.
Yeah.
Like, that's how it works. Like, you're going to have to spend that time doing that. And I think people, again, become their own competitor.
Yes, they do.
I got 8 hours worth of work, so I want to work for 8 hours.
Yep.
The problem is now your competitor is going to work for 10,
Remember, there's 24 hours in the day.
24 hours in a day for a reason.
Yep.
I'll use all 25 of them.
Absolutely. Wise man told me that.
Yeah, don't get comfortable. It's okay to be uncomfortable.
Yeah.
When you get comfortable is when you should be worried.
Absolutely. That's when you know you're doing something wrong.
Like, I'm never comfortable. I'm always worried about yesterday. I'm always worried about tomorrow. I'm always worried about what did we do yesterday that was wrong? What are we not thinking about for tomorrow?
I'm the same way.
Like, that's what you have to think about. And it's okay to accept and embrace change.
Yeah.
Like, I'm going to add this new piece of equipment. That's okay to accept that.
Change is not always a bad thing.
It's not always. It's bad for most people because it's not normal.
It's uncomfortable.
It's uncomfortable, exactly.
Yeah.
But change is never really a bad thing. It's just how you look at it. It's your perspective, if you will, right?
Yeah.
It's the way you look at the change.
Yeah, it makes
If you
sense.
look at it negatively, it's going to be negative.
It's anything in life, right?
Yep.
Your attitude determines everything.
Make the right changes.
Yeah.
That's simply what it comes down to. It goes back to being able to have a plan and being able to know where you're going.
That plan's important.
No, for sure. And then, it's kind of that, you have to bring your business back to what made it great, right?
Yeah. Make your business great again.
Hey, there we go.
I like it.
Yeah. But, it's one of those things where you have to think about that. Like, what made you who you were?
Yeah.
It's one of those things where when you think about how you got to where you got, something got you there.
Yeah.
It was either your product was that incredible, your service was that badass, or you just outworked everybody.
Yep.
Right? I mean, it's really one of those three things.
Yeah, absolutely.
wrong?
No, you're not.
So what of those three things are you losing? Are you losing the service because you're too busy?
Maybe.
Is your product quality not as cool anymore because you're losing time to focus on it?
Could be.
You know, like where are you at?
Yeah.
What are you doing? That's what you have to start thinking about. Like as you start getting into that, you know, people become their own competition.
Yep.
And at that point, you know, you're kind of helping everybody else kind of, you know, take you down.
100%.
Knock you down a peg.
You always got to remember where you came from, but you got to keep your eyes on where you're going.
Yep,
right?
exactly.
You got to always remember where your roots came from, but
Yep.
always have a plan for the future.
Yeah.
It's when you don't have that plan where you get scared,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
If you have a plan going into something, you're a lot more comfortable.
Well, it's like a sports team. I mean, I think the easiest thing to look at is like when you look at sports teams, and some of you guys listening are like, boring, don't care. But the reality is, think about sports for a second. You know, sports teams that are really, really good.
Yeah.
They have elite players. They got everything meshing. I mean, things work at that moment, right?
Right.
But how do you become a dynasty? Well, that's teams that have focused on the youth and the growth of their team.
Yep.
So when they lose one piece of puzzle, you know, they always have that next man up
Yeah,
mentality,
absolutely.
right? The quarterback goes down or the lineman goes down, or they have another guy that they've been grooming. Yeah, and that person can jump right in and they keep going.
Yep.
And I've always kind of, in the past, I've always said, you know, if you look back at elite football teams, for years it was built around the quarterback,
Right.
right?
Right.
Look at the Green Bay Packers, okay?
Yuck.
Yeah, no, I'm sorry. We
Anyway,
live in Minnesota.
coulda went
so
with
it's- it's
Patriots,
right.
but that's
you,
fine.
you have to go with the Green Bay Packers because when you look at them, they've always had that next quarterback in line
Yeah.
ready to go.
Yep.
They're not scrambling to find their next quarterback ever. You know, Brett Favre left, and boom, Rodgers in, boom.
Yeah.
Competitive instantly.
Yep.
It's that next mentality. Like, you have to be prepared. So your business is the same way. What are you doing right now that if something happens in your business allows you to continue without having a...
Right.
you know,
Who's your backup quarterback?
Who's your backup quarterback?
Who's your backup quarterback?
You know, and that's the thing. You might have that all-star employee that you keep telling me about that's the greatest guy ever, and me and him are rocking it right now.
Yep.
What if he gets hit by a bus?
Rest his soul. Hopefully he's
Yeah.
all right. Hopefully he recovers. But you're in a pickle. What are you
Yeah.
going to do?
That's my point, though. I mean, things happen.
Yep.
Dude gets hit by a bus, right? He's in a wheelchair now. He's going to have to wait for, a few weeks before he can lift those sheets over his head again, right?
Yep. Yeah.
What are you going to do?
You're going to hustle.
Yeah.
That's what you're going to have to do.
Either you're going to adapt, you're going to make it all wheelchair accessible because I'm going to guess that you probably didn't immediately, or you're going to start, figuring out how to do this on your own. And that's the reality of this. What if the dude ends up in the hospital? What if the guy, heaven forbid, what if the guy wants to go on vacation?
Ooh. What is that?
I know. But what if he says, my great uncle, the third, he has billions of dollars and he's asked me to come stay at his estate and he's going to give it to me. He's going to take that opportunity.
Bye.
Yeah, exactly. I'm just going to let you know right now, he's deuces.
Bye.
He's out.
Yeah, I'm out.
He's out. So now you have a choice to make. How do I continue moving?
You can hire another guy, or you can add
You
a
can't
machine.
hire another guy. Like, don't lie to yourself.
That's hard. That
You're
is
not
very
hiring
hard.
a guy that can fall into place and work like that guy worked.
It's not going to happen.
It's not going to happen.
Nope.
Get a CNC machine.
Get a CNC machine.
Buy a piece of equipment.
Absolutely.
Whatever it is, upgrade your shop equipment.
Yeah.
Are you still doing it old school right now?
Hope not.
Yeah, I'm sure there's somebody out there right now
Absolutely.
listening. He's got that grinder in his hand right now, and he's like, are they talking to me?
I am talking to you.
Yes, I'm talking to you.
Yeah.
Yes.
How's your back feel?
Yeah, we have slide grinders for that.
Yeah.
Come find us. We'll
yeah.
sell you one.
Give us a call.
Yeah. But yeah, seriously, when you start thinking about that stuff, like, I get it. There's hand tools, and hand tools work great for certain applications, and there's certain environments where you have to have hand tools because, you're at a job site and you're not going to haul the CNC router out there maybe, right?
Yeah,
But
right.
there's also applications where you're like, you're still cutting all your cabinets out with table saws.
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah, why?
Why are we doing that? Let's not do that anymore.
Yeah.
Trust me, your guy's sitting over there like turning the radio up right now for a reason.
Hey, boss, listen to this.
Hey, they're
Check
talking
this
to you.
out.
They're talking to you over here.
Hey, Jimmy, turn that radio up.
Yeah. Yeah, so we'll say it again. If you're still cutting stuff with a table saw, it's time to look at a CNC.
Absolutely.
I believe 100% that you will not regret that decision. And if you regret that decision, that's on you.
Absolutely. Disclaimer.
Disclaimer, it's on you.
On you.
Yeah, but, I mean, seriously, being a competitor of yourself is the worst thing you can do. You derail yourself. You put yourself in a bad spot simply because you're in your own way. And then once the snowball starts moving,
And we've all been there before. We've
Yeah.
all been in a spot where you've been in your own way.
Yep.
How much better does it get when you get out of your own way, right? It's like the weight lifted off of your shoulders and you think more clearly. Sometimes you just got to take that step back and really look at things.
Well, that's exactly it. Like you said, we've all put ourselves in positions where you look back and go, man, I should have done that differently. well, this is your opportunity to do it before you should look back and go, I should have done that differently.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, the reality is the CNC world is exploding right now.
Absolutely.
It is the kind of the wave right now, and you're either going to ride that wave or you're going to be chasing it.
Yep.
And chasing a wave is a heck of a lot harder than riding it.
I want to ride it.
Ride that wave.
Absolutely.
I want to go surfing.
Meh, not me.
I want to try it.
I want to do like a simulated surf. Can we do that? Where you go to you go like a surf pool or something? Because I don't like the ocean. I don't go in the ocean. I don't go in water.
Surfing. Just want to try it once.
Yeah, not me. There's things in the ocean that'll eat you much
True.
bigger than you. I don't go in there. Like knee deep is the furthest.
In
I
all
go
fairness,
in the
there's a
ocean.
lot of things in life that are a lot bigger than me, bro.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna.
My
worry about
9-year-old.
that. Yeah, your 9-year-old,
Yeah.
for example.
My 4-year-old.
If I did that, I'd be afraid of your kid coming around. He'd take my lunch money.
Yeah, you would.
Oh,
yeah, you
man.
would. But hey, next week we got a visitor. Is that coming up? I thought I saw something on the calendar.
That's
pop
gonna
up.
be on. That's really random that you just went there.
I was just thinking of it. Sorry.
It's on the 13th, I believe. 13th, the week of the 13th, excuse me.
Okay.
The week of the 13th.
Awesome.
Sean Morley.
Yeah,
We've
I'm
scheduled it.
excited. I'm
He
excited.
finally found some time in his shop where he can get away for a few minutes to actually come join us.
I've got some questions for him. I'm excited. I want some beard tips.
No.
That guy's got an awesome beard.
beard-
Mine's getting there, so I want to know how I can really take this to
I don't
the
know where
next
you
level.
think it's getting there.
Oh,
It
it's
looks
getting
the same.
there. No, it doesn't.
Yes, it does.
No, I'm really excited to talk to him. I really am.
Okay.
Go over some beard
Well,
care tips on ShopSabre podcast.
No, we're not doing that on the podcast.
Oh.
We're not going to bore people with that.
Speak for yourself.
Yeah, no, so it's kind of cool because he's been just slam busy, and it kind of goes back to being your own competitor. Like,
Yep.
he is one of those guys that, like, he's not afraid to take the next step ever. Like,
Oh,
he
no.
takes on work all the time. He was just working on a project that we posted online. Actually, I think Garrett posted it, if I'm not mistaken. Garrett, you posted the Sean Morley pictures, right, from this last weekend? No? Yes? Maybe? He doesn't remember. This is good. This is going well. I'll double check after the show.
All right.
Make sure that it's out there. But yeah, Sean did some carvings that he did that were pretty impressive on his machine. He's been running the machine nonstop, and he sent me a text message. I love it. I get a text message from him while I'm moving, while I'm trying to find my boxes. You know, I'm looking for my clothes, and he said, "Been running for," and he said like 36 hours straight, 0 issues. Love this thing.
Yeah.
Like, it's just the greatest thing ever. Like, hearing it from a guy that, like, yeah, you've been running that machine for 3 days, 2 days, whatever it is, and you've no problems at all. Like,
Yep.
you know, that's what we build these machines to do.
Yep.
Like, that's what we want, is you to be able to run these machines nonstop without an issue.
Those are fun messages to get.
Yeah, you know, and, you know, obviously Sean runs his machine pretty hardcore. He's done some he was taking, like, 4-inch cuts the other day, doing some crazy stuff.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
it's
know
awesome.
we'd been teasing it, and it just popped into my mind that I thought I saw it on the calendar. So
You did see that on the calendar.
Exciting.
So, yeah, but I mean, that's another good one. I mean, because again, talking about being your own competitor, like, Sean's one of those guys that, like, even when customers are like, I want to talk to somebody, Sean's like, call me. He goes, I don't care what city they're in, I don't care how close they are. He goes, I don't have competitors.
yeah,
He goes, nobody in my area is a true competitor. He
Right.
goes, because I will outwork them. I have so much work to do anyways. He's like, I'm not worried about it.
yeah, he's got an awesome mindset too.
Yeah, he does. He has that mindset.
he's
of,
a
like,
grinder.
well, the thing about Sean is he was in everybody else's shoes at one point. He didn't have a CNC machine. He was doing it the old school way, and he was trying to decide, do I go to a CNC? Which one do I go with? How do I figure this out? And nobody would talk to him. Like, back in the day,
Crazy.
yeah, it's like, you know, obviously it was years ago when we were doing this. I think it was like 10 years ago almost now. But when he bought his first machine, and people were so, like, secretive about it, because at that time, CNC was still relatively new for most shops of that size. So these guys thought, like, oh, if I tell him it's the trade secrets are out, and then they're going to, you know, go into competition against me. Sean's one of those guys, like, I don't care. If you think you're going to compete against me, come on.
Yeah.
And he's like, you know
He
what?
welcomes
Yeah, he's
competition.
like, come talk to me. He's like, I don't care. He's like, I'll show you how I do it.
Yep.
Because again, like Sean said, he goes, I do it my own way. I do it my thing. And if they want to do it that way, great. He goes, but I've been doing it this way, and I know how to do it, and he'll continue to grow his business. So it's great because he has that mindset of, like, help other people. Like, he wants to show people, he wants to teach them, he wants to answer questions. He's truly one of those guys that, like, he is in his own lane all the time. And if you want to come to his lane and check it out, you can, you know?
Right.
Like, it is what it is. So, I mean, he's one of those guys that he's very competitive. He doesn't like losing.
Yeah.
So he's going to outwork his competition. He's going to hustle. That
Yeah, I'm
guy-
excited to have him on. I really
Yeah.
am. I think that'd be a really great.
Yeah, it'll be a good
episode.
time. I think we're going to do a few question and answer type things we're going to go through. We're going to let him talk a little bit. I think we're just going to tell us a little bit about his business, tell us a little bit about how it's made a difference to have a CNC machine. What would you do different? You know, I think that's one of those questions that we see people ask a lot is like, what would they have done differently? Well, let's just let him talk about that. What would you have done differently?
Yeah, he's a smart guy.
For sure.
I've gotten a lot of great feedback from people who've talked with Sean.
Yeah, no, for sure. He's like I said, he's a great guy. So
Yeah, he is.
We have some new videos that we have been working on too. We have some tips and trick videos that are kind of behind the scenes stuff for
Yeah,
our
they're pretty cool.
customers. Yeah, those are pretty cool. So the sooner you become a customer, the sooner you can watch tips and tricks videos from us. So that's
Absolutely.
cool. I know we're doing some changes right now with some of our training courses here in person. So we're going to have some new added content to the training courses. We're pretty excited about that stuff.
Yep.
They're installing turtles on our roof right now.
Turtles?
Yeah, you see the turtles out there?
Painted turtles, snapping turtles, soft shell turtles, all kinds of.
Oh, what are those?
I think it's Wi-Fi.
Is that what that is?
Yeah, I think he's installing Wi-Fi right now at the window. Looks like a turtle though, upside down, stuck to the roof
Sure does.
ceiling.
I just noticed that.
It's a blue turtle. So that's cool. We
Yeah.
have turtles installed right now. I'm super stoked about this state fair thing, man.
Yeah, I was kind of thinking about that too.
I want some food.
Yeah. Some
Did the state
cheese
fair start today
curds.
or yesterday?
It starts today. It kicks off today with Miranda Lambert concert tonight.
Garrett went to a concert last night and he didn't even get state fair food.
No.
What a loser.
Exactly.
What a loser. Oh, Garrett. Yeah, the girls actually, the customer liaisons, they're going to the Miranda Lambert concert tonight at
Yeah,
the
they
State
are.
Fair. So they're pretty excited. So here at ShopSabre, we got a couple of them going.
Sorry to anybody who
This
has
is
to
you
talk
too,
to them
bro.
tomorrow. Be some tired girls.
I don't know. Garrett just threw up gang signs at me from behind the computer.
Looks like he's sleeping. How the hell is he
No, he
doing
just
that?
threw up gang signs at me. I don't even know what that means.
Oh, he went to because he went to a concert last night.
Oh.
Yeah. Who'd you go see, Garrett? Trippy Red. You listen to him?
I don't even know what you just said.
Trippy Red.
I don't know what you're saying.
What did you say?
I see your lips moving.
I have no idea who it
I
is
see your
either.
lips
Bud.
moving, but I don't understand the words that are coming out of it. Like,
Now he's singing. Garrett, get your mic on. Here we go.
yeah, Mike.
Here we go. Karaoke
mic check,
on,
mic check.
on podcast.
Yeah, that's gonna be great. Karaoke with Garrett. No,
I think we should wrap it up on that note. No one wants to hear him sing.
I don't think I want to wrap it up yet. I'm still having fun. But yeah, no, I want to get back to a little bit about the. I want to talk a little bit about the competition side of things. As you're growing your business and you start thinking about how am I going to grow that business, you can't think about your competition really at all. To be completely honest with you kind of have to think outside of the competition. You have to start thinking about what's your next steps, right?
Yep.
What are you going to do to help that business grow?
Yeah.
And that step really is either going to create competition or eliminate competition.
Right.
It's really what it's going to do.
Right.
And some of it's creating competition because your next step is widening who you are, right?
Yep.
I've only been cutting, interior moldings, but now I'm going to cut cabinets. Well, guess what? You just created a whole bunch of competitors,
Yeah, you did.
right?
Yep.
It's not a bad thing.
Yeah.
Sometimes
I
that's a
agree.
good thing because you're going to bring something to the market. Or you've been doing cabinets, right?
Right.
I think Garrett just about died there.
It sounded like a bird.
Like a
What-
bird.
what
hit the
was
wall.
that?
I don't know. God, Garrett, you're very distracting, Garrett. I'm trying to be professional over here. No, I'm not.
Keep trying.
Yeah, I'll try. No, but as I was saying, your other decision is you're eliminating competition. You've been a cabinet maker. You've been doing it the old school way, and you add that CNC machine, right?
Yep.
Well, now you've eliminated a bunch of competitors because they're still doing it the old school way.
Yep.
And you can do it faster, more effective, better quality. There's all these things you can do, and the reality is sometimes you can just be more aggressive on price to eliminate a few people,
Sure can.
right?
Absolutely.
Gives you the tools. to
Definitely
be
a
your own
benefit.
boss.
Give me the tools to be my own boss.
Yeah,
I love that.
Exactly.
I love it.
So, yeah, that's one of those cool things about it is that you have a decision to make, and are you going to take on more competition because you're going after that work? Or do you already have the work and you're going to eliminate some competition?
Right.
Right? Because try being a guy that is trying to get into your industry with the old school tools and you have all the latest technology.
You're kind of set back from the beginning.
Yeah, but think about that. You're the guy that, if you're coming into it with old school tools, trying to take on the guy with all the new technology, you're going to have an uphill battle.
Yeah,
I'm
you
not
are.
saying you can't take them on. I'm not saying it won't work.
You better be
but
ready to hustle and grind.
Go back to hustle and grind. I mean, you better be willing to put in 2 to 3 times the hours that guy is.
And have some solid guys behind you.
Yeah, and the other thing is hope that people are willing to wait because you're not going to do it faster than the machine.
No, you're not.
You just can't. I mean, there's just no way you're going to do it faster. So you have to find the right customers. And again, that goes back to you're now working harder because you're trying to find the right customer rather than just a customer.
Yeah. You're doing everything by hand. You're
Can you
finding
imagine
your
being
groove.
picky? Like you're trying to be picky on which customers you can take on?
No,
Like I don't want to deal with that.
not me either.
Like you're a customer or not a customer. I don't want to think like, yeah, I know you're buying, but are you cool with waiting a little bit?
Yeah.
Like, no, let's just not worry about that.
Right.
Like, let's just make some sales.
Absolutely.
You know, and that's what's going to drive your business forward. So your competition is either growing or falling. One of the two. There's no like middle ground with competition.
No.
Like your competitors are doing something right now. Remember that.
Everyone's not out there just sitting stagnant. Oh, I'm good right here in the middle.
Yeah.
No,
Well,
it's not
remember,
happening.
yeah, I'll say your competitors aren't just sitting around.
No, they're not.
They're not like, well, I think we're all good. We're just going to put our legs up today.
No,
Like,
they're making plans to take business from you.
Yeah, they're figuring out how do they take more of the puzzle from you.
Yep. Absolutely. While you're sitting there trying to decide what your next move is, they're adding equipment and passing you by.
Yeah, exactly. So, there's a lot of things that you have to think about when you create competition. And as you start creating competition, you have to start thinking, how do you stay ahead of the competition?
Right.
And the reality is sometimes you're not creating the competition. Your competition is creating the competition.
Right.
They are moving into your industry.
Yep.
They see a market. They heard you were 8 weeks out on something that, well, I'll just take that on myself.
Yep. I'll get a machine. I'll do it faster.
Yep, correct. They
I'm
see
4
all
weeks
this,
out.
They start hearing, that person couldn't get their cabinets. It took them 2 months. Well, I could have done it.
Cool thing about that too, he's at 8 weeks. You get a machine, you're doing it in 4. You might be able to charge a little more. Your lead
Correct.
time's a lot shorter.
Yep.
What's that worth to you?
Yeah,
What's
exactly.
it worth?
Some people are willing to pay for that stuff.
Yeah,
And that's the thing is,
absolutely.
nobody works for free.
No, they don't.
Nobody works for free. So people understand that.
Yep.
But some people are willing to pay. I mean, I'm one of those guys that if I want something, I kind of want it now.
Yep. I'll pay more to get it now.
I'll pay more for it. I'm not afraid to pay more. If you're willing to offer me that option, I will consider doing it.
Yep.
And there are cases when somebody says it's this much, I'll just wait.
Yeah.
I'll wait. Just build it on your normal time frame. But if you give me the option, I will. Am I boring you?
No, you're not boring me.
You're yawning over there.
No, I was woke up at 4 o'clock this morning. I'm just a little tired.
Oh,
I'm all right.
self-inflicted problems.
What'd you say?
What? I said you look good today.
Thank you. I know my beard looks nice.
No, but in all seriousness, the reality is your competitors are going to look for, and I say competitors in quotations because they may not be even competitors in your eyes yet.
Right.
But they're looking for a way to become your competitor.
Absolutely.
And that's one of the things.
They're looking
That's what
for an
sets
edge on
ShopSabre
you.
apart. Like when you look at us, everybody's a competitor.
Yeah.
But nobody's a competitor. Like we know that everybody out there wants to, take on, that same mentality that we have.
Yeah.
But at the same mentality, we don't worry about them as a competitor because we know that we're confident in the staff we have and the way we do things and how we do things around here. That
So true.
ShopSabre is not going to stop moving forward ever.
No, we're not.
We're going to continue to push for it. I mean, we're working on some pretty big things right now.
We are.
Yeah,
It's
I'm
exciting.
pretty excited about some of this stuff. And the reality is where I plan to, or where we all plan to be in 2 to 3 years, is going to be completely different than where we are today. Like we want to keep driving forward to keep the industry moving. We want to, we've always embraced change, and we want to help people become better in their own industry as well. We want to help them change the industries, and we want to be that machine that when you go, we need to make a change, it's that machine.
Yep. Don't even think about it.
Yeah, and that's the only way you do that is by getting better. We keep getting better, and we keep improving on what we do here in our processing side of things.
Always.
And how we do it to make sure that every product that leaves our building is top notch. And in the cases that something isn't right, we put the support there to make sure we take care of them.
Absolutely.
And that's
Yep.
that's who we are. And that's what we do. And we've talked about that a few times, but I think this episode was really more about the competition and how do you kind of not become your own competitor.
Or prepare yourself to compete.
Yeah, you want to be the one. Yeah, you want to go to battle ready.
Yep.
You don't want to get drug into a battle you didn't know was coming.
Right. Have that plan.
Yep.
Be ready.
Yep, get ready. We ride at dawn.
We ride.
Stop throwing gang signs at me.
We ride at dawn.
We ride at dawn. I don't know why I thought of that, but that was like, I thought that was the right time.
Because we love
It was
that
like
movie.
it was like a slow clap moment. I thought this is the moment.
You misjudged it.
Did I?
Yeah,
Did
I think
miss
so.
it?
Maybe. I actually kind of liked
As
it.
soon as I said we ride at dawn, Garrett threw gang signs up at me again.
I think we need to think about hiring a new social media guy. I'm kind of scared.
I don't know what
How
his
do you-
deal is.
how do you know all
He's being
those signs?
very aggressive right now.
he is.
He doesn't even have a mic. Like he can't even say anything. He just
His
throws-
eyes are barely open. Look at him.
There's a method to my madness.
because he's sleeping. He's a sleepy child.
He's a sleepy child.
I think he just broke his chair.
What was that? Did you break a wheel?
I think he sat on a duck. That's what it sounded like to me, at least. Well, I think we're gonna, on that note, try to move on with our day.
Yeah.
Hopefully everybody enjoyed this episode. I know next week we're gonna be back with another, fun episode. We have the Memorial. Is it Labor Day.
Labor Day.
We're gonna celebrate not working or working by not working. We're gonna honor those who work.
You're going to give us a day off?
Yes, we are.
Dang.
Well, not you.
That's fine.
Yeah, so that's coming up. I think that's 2 weeks out right now, if I'm not mistaken. So in 2 weeks we'll.
Is it?
Yeah, it's 2 weeks out.
It's not this up. Oh, it's right. I thought it was this upcoming Monday.
Nope. Yeah.
Dang,
yeah.
this month flew by fast.
Yeah, it did fly by
Holy
fast.
cow.
So, no, we're gonna. Yeah, I like how you were like, oh dang, I thought I wasn't gonna have to work next Monday.
Yeah.
You're gonna be here. Nice try, pal. Pull out a calendar.
Where are you at? Isn't
Yeah.
it Labor Day?
Yeah.
I'm home.
Yeah. It's the Canadian holiday, Labor Day. I'm celebrating it this year. No, they. So we have a couple of weeks out, and then we're gonna probably be delayed a little bit on a podcast that week, maybe,
Yeah, I would think so.
because I know I've got something going on that Tuesday morning, so I might not be back in time for the Wednesday podcast.
Might be delayed on that one.
So I might be delayed on that one. Just give everybody a heads up now, but we'll be here. I mean, we're not going anywhere. We still love you guys. We're gonna
Absolutely.
keep shooting these. We're sorry we're late this week. Again, I apologize.
Yeah, I'll always blame Brandon for
I was
that,
trying
too,
to
just
find
so
my
you know.
toothbrush.
I was trying, and my socks.
Hey, toothbrush, where are you?
A pair of shoes would be cool. Can't work in
It'd be
flip-flops.
cool if I had. Yeah, it'd be cool if I had some slippers to put on.
No, I'm glad you made it in this week, though. It's nice to see. I'm glad I got it all figured out.
You don't sound sincere about that.
Ah, I'm very sincere about that. Let me know if you want to go TV shopping this week. I'll go with you.
Oh, hilarious!
Oh, yeah.
Thanks a lot for that, pal.
You're welcome. If you would have done a better job packing,
God, I'm so mad about that too because
I
I
wouldn't
was
be.
so confident in my packing of that.
I would
TV.
laugh. That's hilarious. Like, I'm not putting it in the truck because it might break, but I broke it myself.
Yeah, I even used the words "that isn't going anywhere" when I strapped it down. I mean, I thought that was like an automatic, like it's not.
Did you
getting
put
wrecked.
blankets around anything?
You strap it down,
Like,
you pull on the strap, and you say, "Ting." That's not going
you
anywhere.
didn't take
And
into
then you're good.
consideration like you bouncing around, maybe hitting the buckle or anything in the back. Like, did you put blankets around it? Moving blanket? Anything?
Had a
Or did you just
pillow.
strap it into the buckle?
I had a pillow in there.
A pillow. For as smart as you are, I figured you would have had that figured out.
You underestimated my amount of laziness, though, when moving stuff.
That's
'Cause
very
I hate
true.
moving.
I hate moving.
I mean, literally, I told my wife, I think the next time we're selling the house turnkey.
I think I
Done.
asked you, like, when are you moving? And you said, I don't know. And I said, I'm busy that day anyway.
Yeah,
Like,
it's true.
absolutely.
You were like, when are you moving? I said, I don't know. And you said, good, I'm busy that day.
absolutely.
But that's why I didn't ask my friends and coworkers to help me move.
Yeah, like, at what age are you too old to do that?
I feel like this age.
Like 30, I think.
Yes.
You know, like, once you hit 30, it's
I
not
feel
okay
like
to
once
ask
you,
people to
yeah,
move for
I
you
think
anymore.
like it's weird now. Like you're like, hey, you guys want to come over and move my stuff?
Got a couple cases of a beer and some pizza here. You want to come
Yeah.
help me carry some heavy stuff?
Yeah, no.
Nope. Think
I
I'll
don't
call
know.
Domino's and go to the liquor store.
Yeah, I'm old enough to get my own beer and pizza. Thanks, bro.
Have a good Saturday.
Deuces. Good luck.
Let me know when you're in the new house, though. I'll come check it
Yeah,
out.
let me know. Hey, let me know when you're having the party, though. I'll come hang out and drink your beer and eat your pizza.
Absolutely.
That's how it works nowadays. Like, nobody wants to help you unpack, but they want to be like, when's that housewarming party?
Yeah. Who's it being catered by?
Yeah, exactly. Catered by Nunya.
You ain't coming.
Nunya invited. Yeah, I'm Brandon.
I'm Jesse.
Thanks for talking shop with ShopSabre.